So you read the title of the video and you're mad. Totally fine, but I promise you, if you wait and you watch all the way to the end, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Also, I know there's gonna be some people who don't bother to watch the video, they're gonna comment right away, and I just wanna say that that's okay. If you need to vent your frustrations, get it all out, I promise you, it's fine. Now that that's out of the way, hi, I'm Jamie. This is my channel, Sugar Cubes and Coffee. You may notice that this is not the type of content that I typically post, and I don't think that this is going to become what my content is going to be, but this particular subject has been nagging me and itching at my brain for weeks now, and I just had to get it out there and say something. I had to vent my own frustrations. I also just needed to know what the hell is going on. Let's back up a little bit. So, Gabbie Hanna, right? If you're here, you probably already know everything there is to know about her. There have been allegations that have popped up over the past few years, and I'm not here to talk about any of that. Instead, I wanted to talk about Gabbie's fans and stans because I've noticed something in the comments of all of her social media that has me concerned. I'm talking Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, hell, even TikTok probably has some of these comments, and I can't talk about TikTok, I can't do it, I don't have the energy today, maybe next time. So June, July, and kind of into August, there were talks online about her being shadow banned, bullied, harassed, and even potentially threatened. When she did come back more recently, a lot of this was clarified and she did offer, not essentially proof, but did kind of say like, this is what I was going through during this time. However, when she was actually going through it, before she left, she was getting massive amounts of quote-unquote hate comments. It was a lot. Like when I say massive, I mean every other comment. And what's really funny is I don't even know the purpose of these responses to her tweets and her videos, except to make someone feel like crap on the internet. Another like weird thing that was happening within seconds of a tweet being posted, Instagram being posted, YouTube video being posted, there were hate comments already within seconds. With how quickly some of these people are responding, it implies heavily that they have to have their notifications on. And also, if they have their notifications on, do they really just have their notifications on to leave negativity in someone's comment section? How wild is that? When I say there's a problem with Gabbie Hanna's fans, I don't mean the people who spread love and positivity and support in her comment section and who try to hide the negativity as best they can. I think they're doing their best to support someone that they like and believe in and they enjoy their content. What I find incredibly distressing and disheartening are the people who comment on everything, almost everything, with negativity. Every tweet, every photo, every Instagram, every YouTube will have something like, go away, no one wants you here, why is she even still posting? And I call these people fans, but they're a certain type of fan. So I work online. No, YouTube is not my full-time job. I work sort of half in analytics and half in customer service. And what we call someone who interacts heavily with a service but only to spread negativity about that service, we call them detractors. And these are the kinds of people that in a customer service point of view, you do your best to kind of get them back on track and become what we call a promoter, or somebody who likes to promote what you put forward. But with some of these people, they're gonna be detractors no matter what, and there's not really anything you can do. I also call these people fans because while they think they might just be trolling, they're still giving someone they claim not to support watch minutes, views, attention, interaction, retention, notifications, Twitter followers, Instagram followers, YouTube subscribers. All of these things are telling these platforms that they support this person they claim they can't stand. That's like the Starbucks boycott. Does anyone remember that? When so many people were upset that Starbucks took away the Christmas themed cups and just made them red, that they bought more Starbucks? All that does when you're boycotting a brand, and in this case, Gabbie Hanna is the brand. She is a social media influencer. She is her own brand. all you are doing when you sit here and say, I'm boycotting this brand because XYZ, but I'm still gonna absorb their content and purchase their stuff and do all of this stuff that tells the brand that they're doing something right and should continue to do it. That doesn't just extend to Gabbie Hanna, that extends to a lot of creators. When I see people put hashtags on stuff that's like hashtag XYZ is over party, I don't know if people actually realize what's happening, but unless you're actually using that hashtag to get information out there, like XYZ is canceled, here's his police reports where he hit his girlfriend. XYZ is canceled, here's what he said on a podcast that was misogynistic or something. Like, that stuff is helpful. XYZ is canceled, go hunt yourself. Not helpful. By doing that, you are strengthening support for the person you're wanting to cancel more so than you are gaining support for canceling that person, because you're fueling drama in a somewhat unproductive way. Back to these detractive fans, right? Right before Gabbie left, she was talking about being shadow banned. These detractive people are the same people who said, no, 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 you're not being shadow banned. Your content is still coming up. I can see it, and this is not what the definition of shadow banned is. Even though she then provided the definition like 4 separate times of what being shadow banned really means. She has said that they are gaslighting her, and while that's not a term I like to use because it implies something more personal, and I don't think any of these people know her personally, if that's what she felt like was going on, it's not on me or you or the whole city of Kalamazoo to invalidate her. These detractive fans were the same people telling her none of this was happening, even though she could see it with her own eyes that it was. And then when other content creators came out saying, this is the same stuff that's been happening to me, all of a sudden, these detractive fans were then going to these other creators going, oh my god, I'm so sorry that this is what's happening to you. And that, my friends, just doesn't make sense to me. Because then all of a sudden when other people are experiencing it, it becomes a platform issue and not a Gabbie Hanna's being overly dramatic issue. And also, we've known that this is happening for years. And I mean literally 4 years. This started in 2016. This has been a problem for 4 years. We have known about it. We have been speaking up about it. Other content creators have been speaking out. I don't understand why suddenly, when somebody is feeling it so heavily, it's just drama and it doesn't indicate that there's a problem on the platform that we all really like. I've gone to a lot of different content creators, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube pages, all of this stuff, and I don't see as much concentrated negativity as I do in Gabbie's social media. Now, I'm not saying this doesn't happen. I'm actually very sure that it does happen quite a lot to other people. I don't know to what degree, and without giving specific examples that I wasn't able to find, I can't tell you how prevalent this problem might be. I'm calling these hateful or negative comments because there's not a clear or concise word to use for them, but why don't we just call it what it is? It's harassment, and it's not cute, and it needs to stop. Let me be clear, I'm complaining about these negative comments not because I want people to stop talking about things, but because there's a productive way to talk about things. Let me read something verbatim for you because I have a script, and if I don't read it verbatim, I'm gonna get a little jumbled. A dramatic reading. I'm kidding. You can disagree with someone, you can hate someone without needing to admonish them over and over and over again for the same things using the same talking points with little to no new information. I'm not saying don't hold people accountable. I'm not saying don't voice your opinions. I think those are very important things to do. However, I also think that there's a helpful way to do so. And right now I'm questioning, why is there this need to continually voice your displeasure in the most unproductive and unhelpful way possible? Once everyone knows that someone isn't a peachy sunflower of a person, or maybe they really did do something unforgivable, is it really important to come back and harass them daily or sometimes hourly in Gabbie Hanna's case? Especially when you've already asked them to correct their behavior? Moreover, is it important to do so after they've already addressed what you've asked them to address? What about if they've already started correcting their behavior that you asked them to correct? At that point, it's no longer holding someone accountable, it is harassment. And if you're watching this and that's something that you do, please speak to somebody, because this behavior is not acceptable. Also, you posting who asked and a fan cam does nothing for the public good. The only exception to this that I've seen is when there was that police department app asking people to say like, oh, report crimes, take a photo, etc., etc., and we flooded it with fan cams. That was great. I wish we could do more stuff like that and less stuff like making people feel like crap. If you want to hold someone accountable for their actions, why haven't you addressed XYZ? When did you address XYZ? Are you going to address XYZ? I'm a fan of yours, and the fact that you haven't addressed XYZ makes me uncomfortable to support you. I don't think I can support you any longer because of the way in which you addressed XYZ, or because you haven't addressed XYZ. These are all infinitely more helpful ways of telling not just the content creator that they've done something wrong and that you're unhappy with them, but also it lets their fans know that there might be something they should look into. These are all important ways to say things like this, and I think we should all practice those types of conversations instead of just, I hate you, go away. And the unfortunate thing is, I still see a lot of these comments today. Even when Gabbie Hanna posted on Twitter about her releasing her music on TikTok, which I think is great. She's growing a platform in the direction she wants to grow. Even this, something that was supposed to be a happy moment for her, you still see negative comments that are as cruel and mean as ever, and they don't provide a conversation. Comments such as, we hate you. Oh my god, she really thinks we're laughing with her. You can keep it. Blow Hannah. Okay, Facetune. Oh my god, please leave a heart emoji. Like, y'all, what the heck? This type of behavior is not how you get someone to change for the better or do what you want them to do, which is take accountability for their actions. This is actually a perfect way of getting someone to leave a platform where they can be held publicly accountable. If you think that everyone is going to stick around for this harassment and not just leave the platform and surround themselves with their friends and their yes men, I don't know what world you live in, but it's not this one. Now, I'm not accusing Gabbie Hanna of doing this, but there are definitely examples of people who have done it, and I'm not going to name drop, but if you're smart enough, you know who it is. And I wanted to end this video by saying I'm not anybody's stan. I'm not here to tell you who is right or who is wrong or what side to be on. I don't know what the truth is. All we can know is what they decide to share, and that's not always the full story. I just want people to think about what they're posting online, because it does matter. These comments do matter. It matters that we hold people accountable when they should be accountable, and it matters that we draw a line between accountability and harassment. Some things are helpful, others are not, and it's important that we make the distinction, especially, you guys, especially when dealing with something that might be a very sensitive or problematic topic. Also, this translates outside of the internet as well. If you're calling your representative because maybe some funding is going to a certain department that it shouldn't be going to because of current world events and things that have been happening in certain communities that you should educate yourself on, you're not gonna get anywhere by getting on the phone and saying, hey, I think representative is a piece of crap and I want him to go, huh. You're not gonna get anywhere. The secretary is gonna hang up on you and you're not gonna say anything to anybody that has any importance, and you're not gonna create change. If you learn how to act and hold yourself with diplomacy, with calmness, and actually get facts out to the world, that's when change starts to happen. And I know people don't use Twitter as like this big platform of change, but all of these people that leave negative, awful, hurtful comments are the same people who do the so-and-so is canceled party. Why do they still have a platform? And also, it's okay to to feel hurt. It's okay to feel pain, frustrated, to be saddened that maybe someone you don't think deserves a platform has one. It's okay. And it's also okay to voice those frustrations, but make sure that when you are experiencing that and when you're trying to get it out, that you don't redirect your pain in a way it doesn't need to go. Anyways, that was this. I don't know. I'm gonna be back next week finishing up my table. That is really hard to finish, and I really should finish it because I have hardware and pieces scattered all over my house, but it's really hard because I don't want to finish it. I just want it to be done. That's what I'm gonna do next week. Please feel free to comment if you haven't already. I already know there's gonna be like 2 types of comments guaranteed, is this video is crap, why do you hate Gabbie Hanna? Or this video is crap, why do you support Gabbie Hanna? I already know, and I'm prepared for that, so that's fine. But if you would like to have a productive conversation, please leave a comment down below of something you think I might have messed up on. If I need to look further into something, that's cool. I appreciate that. If you do want to subscribe, I do want to add a caveat that this is not the type of content I'm intending to make. This is literally just a brain bug that I had to like pull out and express to the world so that it would stop making a home inside of my head. But if you do want more content like this, I might consider it. I'm gonna jump off here because it's now 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything except my coffee. So I'm gonna eat some food. I recommend you eating some food too. Please stay safe, and above all else, be kind to each other. See you next week.